It's a surprise. Hi there. Welcome to Bead with me. I'm Kay, your host from Stars Beads. Welcome. I am, as I usually am, it's been a parking lot pickup day, so I've been doing a lot of pickups of beautiful buttons, you guys. So if you missed out on Friday again, it was a crazy frenzy of beautiful vintage buttons from Germany. But guess what? I was able to secure some more, so I think we're gonna have to have, did you hear it? Round 3. I think this is your stash. Cool. So I'm handing off some buttons here, so I figure we can do that while a few people hop on, and I can show you what I'm doing behind the scenes when, you know, sometimes I pop on here a little bit late. Oh, there you go, my story. Hang on with that. All right, so how's everybody doing? I wanted to remind you guys that, where's my stack here? Okay, a couple things. Remember that if you want in, okay, so buttons, we were doing buttons, they were beautiful. Okay, here's, oh, we're gonna have a call coming in. All right, sorry. But I want to remind you, I'm giving away 2 bracelets this week, you guys. So, hey Kathy, hey Patty. Okay, so don't forget, I want you guys posting because I'm giving away this bracelet right here of these awesome fun, this was like a rainbow pack. And this time, I didn't even give any of those away. There was a couple of those in the freebie bags, but there weren't very many. So, this combination, so this bracelet here, and I'm also giving away this one here too. So, these were both ones that were made on Bead With Me last week. So if you want your chance at winning these, you need to be posting. I want to see what you guys are making, so post that, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be with buttons, it's just whatever is inspiring you. I want to spread some color, spread some creativity, so post that onto Stars Beads page, or share that, tag us, however, you know, that all works. But I will see it, okay? So make sure I see it. I'd really like it on our wall. Okay, so these 2 bracelets, plus if you guys were there on Friday night, I'm probably going to be pulling some winners from those that were commenting, okay? And then don't forget, this Friday, if you guys didn't hear yesterday's announcements, we're going to be doing some beautiful beaded bangles, okay? We're going to be supporting some women in Nepal. So my supplier for these bangles has been working with these women for close to 25 years. So they're a little bit different than what you might see on the general market, is that they ship out the beads. So these are Japanese seed beads, so really good quality ones, okay, in size 15. They ship them over there, show them the different color sets, and then produce them, okay? No class, so they fit really nicely. They're roll-ons, okay? So we'll be debuting these on Friday, okay? So unless you want to get dibs a little early, I have hundreds of these, you guys, right now. So you can certainly send me a message, and I can shoot some pictures over to you. On top of, I will post something probably for What's on Your Wrist Wednesday tomorrow, and I'll post these babies up, okay? All right, so we've been talking about seed beads, and like I told you, I'm into quick and easy, and I'm looking for my little stash of stuff because I've been busy with drop-offs with people, and now I'm wondering where I set my basket. Maybe I already put it in the station, so hang tight with me, you guys. Oh yes, I did bring it back here. So, seed beads. We were gonna do little beads. Okay, I have my peeper, but is it my tray? That kinda, oh, I do need this. Yes, that is what I need, actually. Thank you, my Miss Vanna. Okay, getting a little extra help and getting a live audience here today. So, seed beads. I was showing off some of these ones from yesterday, so we were seeing the different sizes, right? Okay, so I thought we could create a Morse Code bracelet. Okay, do you guys remember Morse Code? Okay, I'm having to learn some new things. Kind of, you know, freshen up on like trying to be smarter than a 5th grader before my kid gets there. Okay, so, but I've actually have found these to be very popular. So people are buying like little seed beads, but I thought I'd also introduce, well, one, we could do it in 2 ways, but this is a bugle bead, okay, and a bugle, can you see that? Is that focusing in? Here, well, we'll flip it around, okay, a bugle bead. Okay, it's kind of a long tubular piece, and these come in different sizes. We're going to be using short ones here today. Okay, but I thought we'd see. Okay, so all right, you guys. So if you guys want to make a Morse code bracelet, we can pause in on this, or I can, you know, send this to you guys. But check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little mommy bracelet. I know it's just like Mother's Day, so I thought I could do Jonah. So I'm going to do this here. We're going to leave this up so that while I'm doing, let's see, while I'm doing mine, oh, too bad, that's backwards. Okay, let's see. Is that better? Okay, we'll do one of these. Okay, so you can do your whatever combinations. Okay, so we're gonna use bugles now. You can see here, maybe if I'd stop moving it, right? All right, how's that? Okay, so great. So you can see that if you are not going to use bugles, it says that a dashed line can also be 3 units. Okay, so if you can use 1, 2, 3, so you can do 1 and then 1, 2, 3 of a single color. In this case, I'm going to use a bugle for that long one, and then you know, I had some colors here yesterday, so I'll probably use some little teeny tinies, and I think we're going to throw it on some chains, so we can do some stringing of some seed beads. So I'm going to do Jonah on mine. So I'm going to do a J, that's a dot, dash, dash, and then an O, which is a 1, 2, 3, and then an N, which is a dash, dot, and then an A, which is a dot, dash. Does anybody know Morse code? Oh, you're welcome, Mary Jo. It was so nice to have you here in person. Okay, and then we have H. All right, H is dot, 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 dot. 4 dots. I don't know actually much about how they decided on the Morse code there. Hey, Michelle. I got your packages out. There's a lot of button packages, and if you guys didn't hear earlier, we're gonna probably be having a round 3. Did you hear that? Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of string here. Okay, we're using flex wire today, and then we'll I think I'm gonna crimp it to some chain. And in this case, because I'm using seed beads, I'm gonna actually pull, this is kind of my big spool of wire, and it's a little bit thick. So this is a good time. We'll go over a little bit of why I'm gonna use this particular wire. Morse code, baby. Look at Morse code. Ooh, I like that model.
Okay, like, you want to put this in like a basket, like I can buy tomorrow? Like what time do you get tomorrow? Cause tomorrow,
12:30.
alright, cause yeah, tomorrow's my day off, so I could be here.
Yeah, well then you'll see that.
Alright.
Good. I'll leave that right there, and it'll probably be right there.
Alright.
Thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate it. All right, so I am going to be, okay. we'll get back to screen. Changes it up a little bit, okay? It is live. All right, I don't have time for all this editing and stuff, you know, just producing, getting you guys creative, okay? All right, so we're using flex wire. Okay, and actually this is a vintage spool. I just happened to pull it out, but it's the right size. So this is 0.010 soft touch. Okay, soft touch, we had discussed in one of the earlier videos that it is different sizes with stainless steel twisted together with a nylon coat, so making it very strong and very durable. So this is a very, very fine size because we don't have a whole lot of weight that we're going to be putting onto it. Okay, so we still want that, what they would call flexibility and drape. Okay, so if you're using any of those like teeny tiny stones, or if you're going to do a whole necklace with just teeny tiny seed beads, then you can use this very fine flex wire. It'll hang a little bit nicer, like it was on thread. Okay. Hey Paula, how's it going today? I'm waiting for you to pick up your bag of buttons. Okay, so we're only going to probably end up using a little piece, and when we're using very fine, a 2x2 crimp is really, really big. So you're going to need, I can't even show them to you, probably even if I change the camera around, but these are 1x1 crimps. Okay, so super fine. We carry those here. You can ask for that. I'm getting the episodes numbered, you guys, so that we can have a little bit easier time referring back to whatever it is we want to talk about. So, you know, if you guys want kits or particular pieces of whatever it is I've been using, that way we can find it again, okay? All right, so I think that the color that I was using yesterday, let's use this, you know, my favorite, purple and teal. It's kind of like a little combination of both. Doesn't that just make you super happy? Yeah, Paula, you can pick them up tomorrow. Alright, so I'm going to change the screen around. And we'll kind of lay this out. So I don't know what your coating is, but this is what Jonah's turned out to be. Okay, and so these are going to be the colors that we end up using. Okay, and for color, so that we can see the color, I'm on this mat. So I know we can use a bead mat, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing a little bit. Okay. So look at that. That's a size 11. Here, I'll zoom in because these are so itty bitty, just for so we can see what we're even messing with here. See that? So remember, these are all the different sizes we were looking at yesterday. So now it looks ginormous, but this 11 is a 2.2 millimeter in size. Oop. Here, all this. Okay, so these are going to be my little long. So these are my bugle beads here. Okay, kind of doing a neutral color here. No, do you think, you're supposed to have like a little, the space between letters is 3 units. The space between words is 7 units. Okay, so I need to have 3 little units of something in between that. Should I do these like, these crazy, should I be crazy and use a size 15? I don't know that I want to do that. Do I want to do that to myself? Oh, I guess I could use 3 bigger ones. Is that going to seem weird? I don't know. Let's try it out. I'm feeling like I should go tinier, but we're going to see how it looks. That's the beauty of why we're trying it out. Okay, so here's a size 11. Okay, this is a size 8. And I'm gonna just string right onto my wire here. And right now, I'm not sure where my center is necessarily going to be or how I maybe want my ends. So I'm going to start out with, I know, okay, so you can see what I am working on is I'm doing Jonah. I don't think I can squeeze that in. So my letters was J, which was a dot. So I was going to do a dot and then a line, a dash, sorry, and then another dash. So we can see I'm doing a dot, dash, dash, dash. Okay, so we got, there's J. All right, and then I'm supposed to do 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 between letters. So I'm gonna do that for fun. Okay, so sometimes when you have a hard time picking a pattern and want to have kind of that irregularity, this is a good way to do it, okay? So J, okay, so O is it was long, 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 so 3 dashes. So 1, 2, you know, and different names are going to be longer or shorter, so we're going to see how long that ends up being so we know how long we want it to be. Okay, so we're doing 3 of these teal ones again to separate my letter. Alright, so you can see that my flex wire is stiff enough and I can just kind of poke right into the seed bead. Okay, so you don't have to pick each one up and pop it on there. Okay, so even on this, bead mats are nice too. Alright, so we've got 3 of those. So I have J-O, we're working on N. That says it's a dash and a dot. Dash and a dot. Okay, we got a dash and a dot. Okay, and 3 teal ones. Okay, and then that was, and then the A is the opposite, so it's a dot and a dash. So we're going to do a dot and a dash. Okay, and then we're doing 3 little ones here to separate, and then it says my H is dot, dot, dot. Okay, wow, I poured in the perfect amount of dashes actually. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 4 little ones of that. All right, so now we can zoom out to see my design here so we can see this a little bit better. Okay, that right there, you guys, is Jonah in Morse code. Okay, so I can see what the length is of Jonah. Jonah turned out to be, he turned out to be about 2.5 inches. Okay, so whatever it is your wrist size is, okay, you can, you know, make this accordingly, okay? But in this case, I'm gonna attach it to a little bit of chain and add a tiny lobster, so that way then you can see how you can make it adjustable. Okay, so let's, we're gonna choose a little bit of fine chain. And since we have that color, what color do you think we should do, huh? Should I bring over a couple choices? Alright guys, this is where I love my chain, so let's see. Does this chain probably looks a little bit big, huh? Alright. There's that chain, but that was pretty. Maybe just a simple round. Do we like this golden? This is a matted gold. But then I have this antique, this is an antique brass. Let's see if we can zoom in so we can see the color a little bit better and how the sizing works with that. You really should have a bead stopper. Just don't see one right close by, but bead stopper so my Jonah doesn't fall off. Let me push that a little further down. Okay, all right, so we're trying to choose a chain, you guys. Any thoughts? Here's the antique brass. Okay, so maybe not antique silver. Okay, here's the antique copper. Here. That's what Michelle was thinking. And then I also had, I don't know, for fun. I guess too much bling, huh? All right. Do I like this like little sweet antique copper or antique brass or gold? All right. I think we're gonna go. We'll go for this little copper. All right, Michelle. We're going with your choice today. All right, we'll set these other ones aside. Little special thank you to Mr. Quell for my hot chocolate and Miss Doris for my lunch today. Everybody taking care of their community and really loving the outreach, and for you guys of the special places that you do venture out, that we are one of them. All right, so I'm gonna do this little copper chain. Okay, and here's these little 1x1s. Okay, we're talking about these seed beads being small, okay? How about a 1x1 crimp? Okay, and you know what? I only have silver, so I'm just gonna go silver. That's the way life goes sometimes. I like mixed colors anyway. So I'm attaching right to the chain right now because I kind of don't know how long. And I decided I'm not putting any beads. I'm just gonna do a straight Jonah. Ooh, got seed beads rolling. And then because this crimp is so little, we're not even going to use a crimping tool, okay? We're just going to crush that little puppy flat and be done. So we went through the crimp, we went through the chain, and we went back through the crimp here. Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail here for now. We may cut that off, we'll see. All right, and then we're going to crush that flat. Okay, I like to flip it over and crush it flat again. Boom. Okay, and then we like to cover the tail in case that crimp is ever to move or slide, then you'll have that much time to catch it. Okay, so now I'm kind of moving all the beads to the other side here. And I'm cutting maybe. So, oops, go. Little end still sticking out. Okay, here we go. All right, so now we've got ourselves, all right, I'm gonna just cut that thing off. All right, and since this is a good example here, okay, one of the things I'm just pointing out, in this case, it doesn't really matter, but for the Morse code, because that's the whole idea. But anytime you have long beads, this is a great reason why I use seed beads, is when you have long beads, whether they're stone or anything kind of shaped like this, okay, if you'll notice that when I'm pushing this really, really tight here, okay, you notice how I wouldn't have room to be able to actually bend this, okay, and you see that where the string is in between the beads right here, okay, that's oftentimes where the seed bead would go, so that one, it gives the flexibility so that your necklace bends well, but it also then hides that wire, okay, makes it more decorative. In this case, it doesn't matter, we want, we want it for the look of the Morse code, okay, but this is if this bothered you, this is where you would maybe use you would have used 3 seed beads instead. Okay. All right, so you know what? Let's see, what did I measure? I measured 2.5. I want to make about, let's do like I want to make a 6 for myself. So, but I'm going to do 7 just so I have extra. So we're going to do 5. I'll just do like 5 inches. So let me do 2.5 inches. What happened to my ruler? Okay, 2. Better safe than sorry, you know, so when you're working on the fly. And you know, this chain is a whole like $1.50 a foot. Alright, so alright, so I cut that piece off, and now I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. I'm crimping this chain. We can probably zoom out a little bit now. We've got our nice little Morse code. I did my son's name today. I've got a teeny 1x1 crimp I'm attaching to this, also this nice teeny tiny.
So the thing is, I see comments, and I'm not sure if people are bidding before they even see it, or they're bidding because they saw it.
There was one girl doing that.
I know, it was kind of annoying.
I thought so too. But I thought, maybe she's gonna do that once, you know?
She did it a lot.
She got frustrated and then, but I guess.
Alright, we got, now I'm tighten that up. So we went through the crimp, through the chain, and then back through the crimp, and then I went ahead, because we are on the second part and we don't want to show any slack, I went through the beads and then I pulled this up so that it is exactly where I want it to be in the end. Okay, now I'm crushing this little 1x1 crushing, flip it over and crush again. And then to keep things even, I am cutting to the 2.5, but whatever sizing you want to do here. And I will show you how we can end this. We're going to cut these little strings off now. So these are great little mommy bracelets. I've seen some very more crude things, you know, put in Morse code, so you can do some fun things there with that. So I've added onto here. I'm going to, you know what I might do is I'm going to use this.
That's why anytime anyone offers beaded objects, once I can wear it, I'm not interested.
I'm gonna see if, remember these from the other day when we did a quick and easy lariat? I'm gonna see if this one will fit through here, doubled up. Okay, so this is a simple ending, and the way I'm gonna put this through is I'm going to make my own, I think they call this a leader needle, and I'm just going to kind of bend that in the center, but got a little funny piece there. Alright, but I essentially just want to bend that in half, and I'm going to hook one link of the chain, so that way then I just have something a little bit sturdier to stick through this bead here that has a silicone inside. You know, years back when I first learned about these were called smart beads. I don't know what these are called now. Okay, but I just took that needle right through, so that way I can pull this chain through. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then we'll pull it through the other direction, and then that way then it can be adjustable. Which is actually, I'm glad why I left a little extra chain room. Okay, so now I'm going the opposite direction, you guys. So here we went this way, now we want to go through this way. Alright, so in this case I'm going to kind of use the chain and cinch it down. Okay, so then I can kind of create a space on top where I know I won't get caught up too much. Okay, and pull this through. Oh yeah, this chain is working pretty good for that. Okay, and I tend to like to make things really nice from top to bottom.
Hey, hello.
And how are we doing today?
Good. How are you?
Were you guys busy?
Trying. We have some fun tips whenever you're ready. Yeah. Take your time.
So in order to kind of do the finishing, I want to put on, I'm going to put a few of these little seed beads from a head pin here. Let's see, that doesn't fall off. And make a little bit of a charm. So I want this loop to be pretty fine, so I want to bend this and make it as teeny tiny of a loop as I can. So I'm using fine round nose pliers. You can see that here. I'm gonna come around, get my pliers out of the way. Okay, let's see if I can even make that even tinier while I have it on there. That's even tinier than my wire. And then I'm gonna hook this onto the end of the chain. And this way then your, one, it looks a little bit more finished, and two, then would hopefully not let your chain come through that bead, okay? So we want to wrap this so that it's nice and secure on there. Cut the little excess wire and then use those fine tip chain nose that, I'm sorry you guys, but I'm waiting on that shipment. I don't know if my supplier's, behind, but if you like these ones that I use all the time on here, get yourself on the list. Okay? This is so tiny, and I want to be very careful because these seed beads are made of glass, so you can pop them pretty easily. Okay, so see how that little ending looks? Very sweet. We're going to add one more onto the other side, and we'll have finished our little Morse code bracelet. So one more head pin. I'm going to put a size 8 seed bead on there, and a size 11. Okay, so even though if I'm really close, it looks really big, but these are teeny weenies. Okay, remember these are, let's see, 2 millimeter. So I'll let you get a close-up of me doing my wire working here. And if you want kind of a more step-by-step, then we have that in one of our previous videos. Okay, so just then adjusting. Okay, teeny tiny. And then remember that before you wrap this, to attach it to your chain. Don't forget.
Do you ever take classes or go on the streets?
All right. Finishing touches. And we'll be done here. All right, you guys, that's looking good. So we got ourselves a finished bracelet. I'm gonna pull this out. I can slide my wrist in, and I'll change the view so we can check it out, you guys. So I'm putting this baby on. Kind of goes on with my roll-on. I can add it to my little stack here. Might have made it a little tight, but that's okay. And then you can, so if you're going to want those adjustability, oh, I didn't pull it all the way. That would help. I don't know, can you see this? Is this in the way? Alright, so I got my little bracelet on, and then I'll take this one side. And those little beads are super helpful because now I can hold each one and I can pull that tight. Okay, you guys? And I've got myself my new little mommy bracelet in seed bead form. And I like how those bugles look. Okay, so you can imagine a whole little stack of those. This is pretty tiny, but it's quick and easy. You can do, of course, the same effect in bigger. So you can do it with bigger beads. In this case, of course, we're working with seed beads, okay? But again, at least you're not stitching them. And let me show you some beautiful stitching work, okay? So we have an instructor. Her name is Kristen Ho, and this is featuring some of her seed bead work, which I will probably be showing some of her work this Friday too, okay, for Friday Night Live. Women supporting women. But you can see what I'm talking about when, you know, this takes a little bit more skill. We'll work on getting some classes. This is one of my collections of hers. Is totally not bead related, but but isn't this box so cute? I love this box. Okay, so I set this by my bed. Okay, and that's all 3D. Alright, so if you are local, come take a class with her. Or if you know that you're never gonna just even get into seed beads or anything, then you can just buy her stuff, okay? And you can see some of her things on Friday. Alright, you guys. What a fun Tuesday. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Remember that tomorrow is going to be Work It Wednesday, so if you want to play a little bit, I'll be hopping into a Zoom room. I will post that information up for you. I think actually it's already an event on Eventbrite, okay? So you can see it there, but 2 to 4 tomorrow. So I want to hang out with you. I will pop on to remind you guys that's what we're doing, and then hopefully I get you guys shifted into the Zoom room so that we can actually talk with each other. I can hear your projects if you have any questions, or if you just want to use it as, you know, seeing what the virtual, like, how it runs, and if you want to, you know, tour the store and see merchandise, I can do that with you as well. Okay, so whatever that room is for you, so whatever you guys want to do in there, let's do it. Okay, and then we'll roll back into Thursday, and then we'll get into Friday. So we are going to be showing off a lot of beautiful handmade work by women all around the world, here locally as well as in Nepal. Okay, so thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We are, I am posting these up onto YouTube. These are live right here on Facebook, but then they are getting posted up onto YouTube. I'm working on trying to get my own channel, and, you know, I think then I can do a live feed on Facebook, so that way then we can reach out to more of the world. So I really thank you guys for all your support. So keep on watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.